family separation. Imagine being a mother and father and losing your child to the government and not knowing if you're ever going to see your child again. The horror of that. Imagine being a child. When you were young, your parents were likely the most important people in your life. Imagine being ripped away from your mother or father and not knowing if you're ever going to see them again. And then being placed in a detention facility with strangers. Imagine the horror and fear you will see doing that. What must that sound like?
Bueno, aquí tenemos una orquesta.
The gentleman will suspend.
For what reason, Madam Speaker?
The gentleman is in breach of quorum.
Cite the rule, Madam Speaker.
Rule 17 of the House.
There's
that
no
prohibits
rule that says I
Rule
can't play
17.
sounds.
The gentleman will suspend.
Why are you trying to prevent the American people
Rule
from listening to what it
17
sounds
of
like
the
in a
House
detention
prohibits
facility?
the use
These are
of that
babies and
device.
kids in a detention facility. Why do you not let the American people hear what they are saying?
The gentleman will suspend
There is
the
no
use
rule in the
of the
House that says
device.
I cannot play sounds from a detention facility.
The gentleman will suspend the use of the device. It is in violation of Rule 17.
Read the rule. It does not say I cannot play sounds from a detention facility. Why are we
The
hiding
Rule
this from the American people?
17 prohibits the use of an electronic device to make sounds in the chamber. The gentleman
Why are we hiding it from the American
gentleman
people?
will suspend.
Why are we hiding it from
The
the American people?
gentleman will suspend. Per Rule 17 of the House.
We have 2,300 babies and kids.
The gentleman will suspend. Per Rule 17 of the House, that prohibits the use of a device to make sounds in the chamber.
We have 2,300 babies and kids in detention facilities who were ripped away from their parents. I think the American people need to hear this.
Mira, ella te va a explicar y te va a ayudar.
¿Qué va a pasar con tu lado?
Ay, con mi tía por lo menos porque después llegue mi mami.
Ahí cerró la puerta.
Luego que me venga a traer mi tía para llevarme.
Ella llama a tu tía si tú tienes número y habla con tu tía.
Tengo el número de ella.
Ah, pues ahorita ella te ayuda para que hable. Y álmate nada más.
No, papá.
Voy por aquí, niña.
Papá.
Cuando saquen la comida.
Ay, no, papá. Para que me venga, papá.
Pero cuando esté allá, ya le voy a meter a comer.
Papá,
Si tiene una cerda melada, por favor.
Ay, no, papá.
Si quieres juntar con ella, se junta aquí porque voy a tener
Ay,
que...
no, papá.
O me la pone allá mejor. Allá en la orillita.
No, papá.
No, voy a tener que estar aquí porque voy a meter chili y que vaya
No, papá.
porque aquí porque está pasando.
Ay, no, papá. Papá.
Porque todas las personas
Ay, no, papá.
como dos veces y allá.
No, papá.
Me dijeron que
Ay, no, papá.
el otro
Ay,
grupo de mujeres
papá.
no, es para
Ay, papá.
por eso no puedo tener a nadie.
Will the gentleman suspend per Rule 17 of the House?
I think the
The
American
sergeant-
people need to hear this ProPublica tape of a detention facility of babies and children who were ripped away from their parents.
The sergeant in arms will enforce the rules of decorum.
¿Dónde quedó su mami?
Una casa que era.
¿Dónde quedó su mami? ¿Dónde? ¿Dónde?